New Delhi is working round the clock to ensure the safe evacuation of its citizens from war-torn Ukraine. The Indian Prime Minister is chairing a high-level meeting on the Ukraine situation. All top Indian officials present for the meeting. This is the third such crisis meet on the Ukraine situation in the last 24 hours. Keeping in mind the evolving situation, the Indian government has decided to deploy special envoys to 4 countries bordering Ukraine in order to coordinate and oversee the evacuation process, as part of which the Union Ministers Jyotiraditya Scindia will be going to Romania, Kiren Rijiju to the Slovak Republic, Hardeep Puri to Hungary, and General V.K. Singh will be heading to Poland. India's Ministry of External Affairs had said that until now 6 flights have arrived from countries neighboring Ukraine carrying around 1,400 Indian citizens. Out of the 6, 4 flights arrived from Romania and 2 from Hungary. The evacuation flights are running under India's Operation Ganga.
Just to give you a sense of where our evacuation efforts are, let me begin by saying that the situation on the ground in terms of evacuation continues to be complex and fluid. You've seen that from the reports, media reports that are coming in, some of them quite concerning. Nevertheless, we have been able to accelerate our evacuation process clearly over the last 24 hours. And I will give you separate elements of that. Just a broad numbers. Our estimate is that we have, more than estimate, I think, around 8,000, over 8,000 Indian nationals have left Ukraine since we issued the initial advisories.
Meanwhile, New Delhi has requested Indians to head to western Ukraine but not to reach the border directly given the rush.
I would just like to end my initial remarks by saying I don't think a student should panic. They should try to go to the western parts of Ukraine, wait there, contact our teams, contact our control rooms, share their location information so that we can get them registered in terms of when can they be brought out.
The ministry spokesperson also said that India will be sending humanitarian aid, including medicines, as requested by the Ukrainian ambassador. Let's bring in our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, for more on these developments. Siddhant, tell us more about the efforts and the measures that are being undertaken by the Indian government to ensure the safety of the Indians in war-torn Ukraine.
Well, it's a multi-pronged strategy and it is quite a complex process given how the situation is evolving very fast, and also the number of people who have converged at the border between Ukraine and countries like Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and primarily it is the chaos that has been a shocker for everyone, not just for the Indian side. But talking about the strategy, of course, the Indian side has sent ministers. In fact, they are in the process of going to these 4 countries. But largely, small things which do matter are also being done, is that increasing the number of the Indian Foreign Service officers who speak Russian being sent to these parts of the world where, of course, the crisis is happening. Now, of course, the MEA has also issued number of numbers, WhatsApp numbers, toll-free numbers, so that people can reach out. But these students, of course, have been able to reach to Delhi and Mumbai as well. Approximately 500 plus Indian students have reached out, but there are many more Indian students still there and they are keen to be evacuated. They are crossing the border as well. Also, the Indian health ministry has taken an important decision in terms of the RT-PCR tests you need to do, because when you enter into India, you need to fill the Air Suvidha form, and when it comes to this form, it is mandatory to have this RT-PCR test being uploaded. So that waiver has been given by the Indian Health Ministry.
Right.
Also, when it comes to the number of meetings, even as we speak, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is holding an important meeting in which top officials are present. It shows the priority Indian government is giving to this crisis, and of course, in terms of evacuation of Indian nationals as well.
Siddhant Sibal getting us those updates. Thanks very much for now. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.